broken heartache, I've made a mess of me. The person that I've been lately ain't who I wanna be. But you stay here right beside me and watch as the storm blows through. And I need you, 'cause God gave me you for the ups and downs. God gave me you for the days of doubt, and for when I think I lost my way, there are no words here left to say it's true. God gave me you, gave me you. There's more here than what we're seeing, a divine conspiracy, that you, an angel lovely, could somehow fall for me. You'll always be love's great martyr, and I'll be the flattered fool. And I need you. Yeah, God gave me you for the ups and downs. God gave me you for the days of doubt, and for when I think I lost my way, there are no words here left to say it's true. God gave me you. On my own I'm only half of what I could be. I can't do without you. We are stitched together, and what love has tethered, I pray we never undo. 'Cause God gave me you for the ups and downs. God gave me you for the days of doubt. God gave me you for the ups and downs. God gave me you for the days of doubt, and for when I think I lost my way, there are no words here left to say it's true. God gave me you, gave me you. He gave me
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your love pass you by. Weep not for memories. I'm so tired, but I can't sleep. Standing on the edge of something much too deep. It's funny how it feels so choose and let me choose. Once there was a darkness deep and endless night. You gave me everything you had, all you gave me life. And I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass by. Weep not for memories. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass by. Weep not for memories.
Dear God, it's me calling out to you. Tonight I'm on my knees, hoping you'll come through. This one's for my dad. Can you help him, please? The world's made him mad at Mom and me. And I'm asking you to bring his heart back home. The power of a prayer. Mom is all I have, but she's alone again tonight. They always used to laugh. Now all they do is fight. She says I love that man, he's so far from you. She's done all she can, but she can't break through. And she's begging you to bring his heart back home. Just a whisper in the dark, spoken from a broken heart, holding on to one last strand of faith. Somewhere in the world right now, a desperate soul is crying out, hoping Jesus really hears us when we pray. God, do you recognize my voice? I haven't talked to you since I was a little boy. Tonight I heard my son pray for his old man. It made me come undone, it made me understand that only you can bring my heart back home. Oh, 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 the power of a prayer. Oh,
little bit for all of us, and when we send our deepest condolences to Sue and Kevin, Josh, and all Zach's family and friends, which are so many. So, all of us, I think, are on the same boat too, as we'd like to be able to just come up with a word or a couple words, take all your pain away, but hopefully that you see a little bit about Zach. Karen and Sue were in a play, and the kids started playing, and then Amy and Zach went to school together, and we stayed friends. Sue and I have known each other for a little over 50 years. So it goes way back to first grade at St. Peter and Paul.
Okay.
So and then, thank you. So Zach was always around, and we watched Zach, and we looked, you forget, but you look at those pictures and how Zach progressed and how he conquered all his challenges. He was such a special person. He was a person that you almost want to be in, like, from a religion point of view, he's what the gospel calls you to be. He's a person that went out and he took what he had and he made everybody around him better. Anybody that met Zach along the journey of his life realizes that their life was made better by knowing Zach. And that's something special, and not everybody can say that. And when I was texting with Sue yesterday, she said, what reading would you like from the gospel? And she picked one out from Matthew. And we cut it way down to keep it short, but it said, this is from Matthew 25. The servant said, Master, you gave me 5 talents. See, I have made 5 more. And his master said to him, well done, my good and faithful servant. Since you were faithful in small matters, I will give you great responsibilities. Come, share your master's joy. And that's what Zach did. He took his challenges, and through his challenges, he spread hope, he spread joy, he spread love, he spread strength. And what more could you ask of a person? And I keep thinking all the little things that he did, like helping out with the children's hospital, and when he could do that, and the telethons. And I remember a story, but not exactly, but he went around helping with his little red wagon and selling something for a cause, and he was just trying to make the world better. But I can see him picturing him taking that wagon, going out and amongst the people and making the world a better place. So, I need my paper. So come and share your master's joy at the end of that reading. And I'd just like to share a little story about Zach that Sue shared with me. So about 4 hours before Zachary went to meet the Lord, he was sitting in his recliner and looking out the door, or the window, the front door. Sue was at the head of the chair, Ellen was to the left, and he was surrounded by family and friends. And all of a sudden he attempted to sit up, and he just said, wow, wow. And 3 times he said, wow, look at that. And then Ellen said, what is it, Zach? And he just said, look, wow, it looks wonderful. And his family and friends encouraged him and said, yes, Zach, it does look wonderful. And that's where I don't need it anymore. That's where we find our hope. Our hope that one day we'll all be together. And Zach is sharing in the glory of the Lord. When we think of Zach with all his challenges and all his troubles that he had, everything that he overcame, but now he saw something. Was it angels? Was it the face of the Lord? Was it the kingdom? We don't know for sure what he saw, but it was glorious. And Zach is sharing in that. And one day, we'll join him again. And we'll join Zach in his glory. No challenges, no stresses, no troubles. Just pure love, joy, strength. He'll have it all, but he'll have glory. And that's what we're going to share with him someday. And so, if we could just share a prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to gather together to share the life and celebrate the life of someone who is very special, who is gifted, who is stronger than all of us. We ask you to bless his family, give them comfort, bring them peace, and understanding. We ask you to wrap your arms around Zach, hold him tight, and fill him with the glory of God. And we ask this all through Christ our Lord. Amen. And if we could just share in Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
And so now we're going to have Uncle Bob share some. Here's Uncle Bob. Share some stories, and then we're going to invite people to come up and share stories as they would like.
Very nice job. Thank you so much. Well done. Now, here's the day we all didn't look forward to. Susie and Kevin. There isn't a single word anybody could say to make anybody feel better. But let's turn out here. We wanted to celebrate his life, and here we are to do that. We're going to start out today with there's a letter from his therapist that's super close to Zach and the family. And she writes, Kevin and Susan, I have thought of both of you often since the loss of Zach and wanted to take the time to recognize what amazing parents you've been. Susan, I heard you say that your job was to save Zach. I want you both to know that you did that over and over again so many ways and throughout his entire life. I hope you can see that. When God selected the two of you to be his parents, he did so with the knowledge that Zach was going to have struggles and that you were exactly the parents for Zach until it was time for you to return to God. Ellen, is Ellen here? Oh, this is beautiful. Ellen is a long-time nurse.
See, that's the lady that was his girlfriend.
This is my trusty sidekick here. Ellen is a long-time nurse and is really basically a second mother to Zach. Thank you, Kevin and Sue, for raising the best human to grace the earth and for sharing him. A huge piece of my heart is missing. Dear Zach, you took it with you when you got your wings. I want to say thank you for every moment I got to spend with you in your earthly life. Thank you for sharing so much with you. I miss your long phone chats, discussing everything and anything. I can now only imagine your reaction to the next season of Dancing with the Stars. I miss the dinners, our laughing, and reminiscing all about the fun we had back in the day. I miss the glint in your eyes as they explained our next project. I miss your laugh, and I miss your beautiful, generous, and kind heart. These memories are my treasures and comfort. I truly don't think I could have loved you more. You touched the world in a big way, and in your short life, and I will be forever thankful that God blessed me with knowing you. Fly high, precious soul. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You know, the irony too here is Zach dying on the 23rd of March. The very next day, Disney closed. All the theme parks in the United States closed. The movie theaters closed. Oh. Wow. You know, when my sister asked me if I would eulogize Zach, I said, of course. And I reread the copy of the beautiful obituary that my niece Susan wrote. And I called him. We talked last week, and we talked about Zach and some things. And I just think this is so beautiful, Susan, and so inspired, and it comes from a mother's heart. Zachary John Salewski, a pure soul. Every child is a gift from God, and every child is special. Some children are angels that God sends down from heaven to change all of us. Such was the case with Zachary. Zachary was born 15 weeks early on December 24th, 1987. After spending over 500 days in the hospital, he finally came home with a myriad of serious medical issues. His doctors didn't know if he would walk or talk. Through tremendous efforts, great teachers and therapists, and a loving family, Zachary overcame all his medical obstacles. He graduated from Preble High School 2007 and worked for Festival Foods for over 10 years. Zachary was a two-time recipient of the Beulah Ballstad Award from the Brown County Curative Corrections for facing adversity and courage and grace. Zachary was also the spokesperson and appeared annually on a Children's Hospital Miracle Network telethon for many years. In June 2013, Zachary was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and fought hard for almost 7 years with extensive treatments including 6 different chemotherapy protocols, surgeries, blood transfusions, 2 clinical trials at the Mayo Clinic, 2 clinical trials at the University of Chicago, and finally, a clinical trial at the University of Michigan, which was successful in clearing the cancer from Zachary's lungs. And he was so hopeful. The family was just so hopeful. It was a miracle. He was only one of 80 patients worldwide on this trial. Because of Zachary's successful results from the drug, they opened 30 additional spots worldwide for other colon cancer patients. Through impossible odds, Zach fought with tenacity and overcame multitudes of obstacles, the likes of which his doctors had never seen. Never have these doctors seen anything like Zachary. During his lifetime, Zachary's health and happiness were nothing short of a miracle. Our family and his friends relished every opportunity to make memories with him. Zachary enjoyed movies, plays, reality TV, and celebrities. The Kardashians, Jessica Simpson, and the Teen Mom, just to name a few. He read every celebrity tabloid, and his biggest wish was to go to Hollywood. And that wish happened right here. We had a fabulous event for him. With the help of family and friends, that wish came true in May of 2018. Zachary had the best time of his life on that trip and made so many memories. On March 23rd, 2020, Zachary passed away at home surrounded by his loving family. All at once his illnesses disappeared as they had never happened. The tumors, scars, pain, and the tears were gone. He entered into an eternal life with his Creator. In just 32 short years, Zachary touched more lives than many others would do in their lifetime, with his strength, courage, kindness, and determination. Despite his pain, he would make everyone around him happy. Zachary never stopped fighting. Never stopped fighting. He demonstrated what it means to be joyful, regardless of his circumstances. He showed the world what it meant to never give up, to never lose hope, and never take a single moment for granted. Even though cancer took his body, it never took his spirit. Cancer did not win. Zachary defeated it every day with his smile and his contagious laughter. No cancer could win against him, for as he fought the darkest circumstances and turned them into a glorious light for all who had the pleasure to know him. Zachary's life was his purpose, and he fulfilled it with excellence. He was welcomed into heaven and greeted by his Creator with the words, "Well done, my good and faithful child." Those fabulous words, Susie. Now, this is kind of a cute story. When Zach was born, my sister Pat would always sing him, "You Are My Sunshine." And as life, I still need John. As life went on, he would just kind of adopted that song. He started singing it to his grandmother. He even performed it at Red Smith in a talent contest. It's his ringtone on his phone. And I brought my ukulele today, so we're gonna do the first verse twice, and then 3 and out at the end, all right? And then we're gonna. So can you hold this for me? right, we're going to do it in the people's key of C. All right, I mean everybody sing it. Everybody, not just me. Here it is. My sunshine, my only sunshine, you make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, Zach, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Here we go again. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, Zach, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. There you go, Zach. I can remember when these kids were young. Emmy Burkle's coming up. They used to fight. Remember that, Pat?
Oh. I've got it in
Oh
my
man,
speech.
they would fight. She would take his hearing aids and throw them out on the lawn and stuff. I mean, that was great. I tell you what, they were extremely close. Emily, come up and share some thoughts, please.
Emily.
Where do you want to go?
No, I'm right here.
Okay, go. Oh, that's right. Come on, hon. You'll talk right into the mic too, okay? All right.
It's her mic.
Okay. Most of you know me. I'm Zach's first cousin. Although Zach and Josh are more brothers to me than anything. It's exactly how we treated each other. Nothing shy of brother and sister. We tattled, fought, then, as they said, I would continue on to pull out Zach's hearing aids, glasses, throw them in the grass, the lake, wherever Zach wouldn't be able to find them. So I was kind of mean to him, but then we'd be getting along in no time. And then after it all, we were loving each other, and we were back to being best friends. Zach and Josh and I grew up living one road away from each other. We saw each other every day, went to school together. Then this continued on through high school once I got my license and started taking care of Zach in the summer, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I couldn't believe Sue and Kevin trusted me to drive him around after just getting my license. We got pulled over once on Webster when I didn't know how to drive through town, and Zach almost had a heart attack and thought we were going to jail. That's literally all he talked about for like 3 weeks was how mad my dad was going to be I got a speeding ticket and how he hoped they didn't come back to get us and bring us to jail. By this time, I was no longer pulling his hearing aids out. And I knew the routines of the hearing aids, glasses routine, the breathing treatments, the feedings, the shots, the inhalers, and everything else to make sure Zach got ready in the morning while I would continue to nap on Sue and Kevin's couch while he would basically get himself ready. Then he'd wake up, we'd do everything else on the checklist sheet to take care of Zach for the day. After high school, we continued to stay extremely close and see each other on a weekly basis. We took vacations together with the rest of our family, and we were overall just very tight-knit. If God wouldn't have blessed us all with Zachary, we would not be blessed enough to have each other and be so close. From the day he was born, his medical issues kept everyone on their toes, and it really brought our family, extended family, friends, and so many more people so close together to help care for Zachary. His special nurses, Ellen, aunts, uncles, cousins, great-aunts, grandparents, and great-grandparents were together on a daily and weekly basis to either care for him or just get together to family dinner because he loved to be social and be with people. We did so many family vacations, shopping trips, dinners, concerts, shows, movies, and anything else that could come up with to do, and it was always the best time. He always kept everyone entertained with his contagious smile and contagious laugh. In 2013, we found out Zach had cancer. We really tried to continue to make every hospital trip and every aspect of his life and time with us still as fun as we could. Through having stage 4 cancer for almost 7 years, he continued to live every day to the fullest. Never once, no matter how sick he was or how bad he felt, did he give up. He still continued to constantly worry about others. Since we would never leave him at the hospital alone, when Zach was in Green Bay or when I could drive to Milwaukee for the night, I would take the night shift so everyone else could attempt to either go home or to the hotel and get some rest. This was our special time together. I would sit up with him when he couldn't fall asleep. He would say, "Can you come here and fluff my pillows?" all the time. Then he would wake up, he'd be like, "Can I have some ice chips?" And then he'd want me to feed them to him. Then I would continue on with Zach for the rest of the night. He was always teaching me how to shut off all those beeping machines that go off literally all night and make sure, and he would also wake up to make sure I had enough blankets and pillows because of course Zach is always worried about everyone except himself. Zach always worrying about everyone makes me think of what an amazing person Zach truly was up until the day he left us. On the day he decided to go to heaven, I was blessed enough to be by his side, holding his hand, and along with the rest of our family and a few close friends, and Zach's nurse, Ellen. Zachary was nothing shy of a miracle, and he showed us all that every single day, and we will forever miss him and be so grateful we had him in our lives. Anybody else want to come up and share a memory at this time or say anything? Welcome to come up.
Tell them when you got pulled over on Nicolay.
Oh, when I got pulled over in Nicolay, I was taking Zach to get ice cream. He also thought we were going to go to jail, and I pulled the cancer card. And so Zach was really sick, and we were on our way to Grandma's house to get his medication, and then he really thought we were going to jail. So he also really, he was in the car. I may have gotten pulled over once or twice. I'm not the best driver, but we never went to jail. So, that never happened. So. And he loved making blankets for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made lots of blankets for people.
That was a good idea.
A lot. Did anybody else want to come up and share a memory or say anything? I'm going to come up. Okay. Oh, no.
No, that's fine.
Thank you.
My name's Jess Wolf. I worked with Zach at Preble High School. We always talk at Preble like when Zach and Ashley and Alex and Jeff came, that was the group that was amazing. Never again will I have a group of students like I did when he was there. And you send your kids off to school and then they have special needs and you wonder, these are people who are going to take care of them every day. And Sue and Kevin, we love our students. It's so great to see, we have Alyssa and Pam and Nez and Ashley here. That was, to me, the best thing will ever happen in my career. My son, who is now 19, when he was little, he said, "Mom, do you have another family?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I don't understand what you're talking about." He's like, "Well, you're always talking about your kids at school." I'm like, "Yeah, because I did have this family. I was with them more than my own children." I mean, we had Zach at school for 7 years, every single day. So, you think, well, a teacher might not be that close, but we were very close to him. He was there when we started Sting Cancer with Mr. Nez. He got to be all part of this stuff. I remember him learning how to ride the bus and doing all these things and coming home and talking about, Survivor the next day and what was Jessica Simpson was going, what was happening with her. So we did have this special bond with a lot of us. As he got older and he was done with school, we would, Miss Knoll, Pam, and I would go and see him at home, and then we would talk about all the teachers we didn't like. That was fun.
That's right up his surprise.
And now I just think of him, he's with, Grandma, and he's with Alex, and he's with all your other loved ones that aren't here anymore, and he would be so excited to see all of you here. So, just want you to know I just loved him very much.
Blossomed at Preble.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
it started.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Who's next? All right, Miss Noel. Pam and I have worked at Powell for 21 years together. We're paraprofessionals, so we're not the special ed teachers, we're the aides and
This was bought with Zachary, dazzled mask. But dear Zach, knowing you was a blessing. My memories of you I will cherish. You have touched my heart. Thinking of you makes me smile. To his family, really to his family. What stands out most to me about Zach is his love for his family. Zach shared how much fun he had doing things over the weekend. Shopping, of course, was always number one, right?
Movies.
Restaurants he went to, movies he loved. He was all about his family. Zach, you will be missed beyond measure.
I too am gonna wing it a little bit, but my name's Annette. I got the pleasure of being Zach's boss for a long time at Festival, and Zach and I always had kind of a great bond, and I loved him very, very much. And his laugh was so contagious, and people would like wait in his line just to have him bag the groceries because he knew everything. He knew the Kardashians. He knew every little piece of gossip. We got so excited to go to the break room because Zach was there that day and he bought the new Us Weekly, and we just got to like just talk about everything. And he was the best gift giver. Oh my God, QVC. I always laughed at all the stories about QVC, but I was a recipient of some of those gifts. Like, to me, they were just so heartfelt and so beautiful, and he will always be so special to me, and I will never forget him. So thank you for bringing him into my life as well.
Thank you.
I'm Janice Swigum, and I know that each and every one of us has a very special story about Zach. He was a living angel on this earth. My son and Joshua are the same age, and when they were in first grade, I met Kevin in the principal's office because our boys decided to jam as much toilet paper as they could into the urinal, and it flooded the bathroom. So on the way home, I said to my 6-year-old, "Who is this Josh?" "Well, he's my best friend." And I was terrified and thinking, okay, what do I do now? But the end of the story is that his mom and I share a bond that will never be broken because we raised our kids together. And I'm here to tell you that Sue Salewski is the strongest woman I have ever met in my life. She raised Zachary to love people unconditionally. She taught him that everything you experience in life is a memory, and that those memories are to be cherished. And we cherish him every single day. I have been through some crazy things, as everybody has in their life, and one of the things that always comes back to me is, what would Sue do? Because she always had an answer. I mean, we would drive for miles picking up Beanie Babies. And I was like, why are we doing this, Sue? Because we're making memories. This is what we're doing, we're making memories.
You want any of them? They're still in the basement.
I still have Princess Diana on my dresser. There's some things I won't give up, Kevin. So I wrote you something because you know that's what I do.
Right.
So I'd like to share it with you because you mean the world to me. You really do. Please remember that folded inside every ending is the beginning of something else. And new joys and yes, new challenges you could not have imagined years or even months ago. You're ready for all of it. Deep breaths and keep moving. I love you all.
I gotta follow that. So I have so many memories of Zach. I don't know where to start. My siblings and I, we have a strange family, what some people think. We're very close. Sue, Lori, they're more like sisters to us than cousins. They're our cousins, but I think it stems from Mom and Pat being so close. And their children were like our nieces and nephews, so Zach wasn't a second cousin to me. He was a nephew to us. You know, Josh lived with us as a baby when Zach was born. And when Zach came home and had special needs, we just kind of kicked in and helped. And I think it guided us I know it guided me to find what my calling in life was as a nurse. And two of my siblings are nurses as well, and I think Zach played a big part in our lives. Emily, I don't know how you did not become a nurse, because I also slept on their couch while Zach did his own thing. I like to say I potty trained Zach, which he told me he had to go to the bathroom, and I said, well, go. If he was potty trained. It's very strange, you know, as I watch your children grow up, we also grow up. And they're just always a part of our lives. So many good memories. I wouldn't change a thing, you know. We love him, and he'll always be with us.
Shortly after Zach passed, Susan sent me a video of my wedding when Zachary was 9. So we pulled out the whole video and we showed our daughter. And at one point during the reception, I was walking through the crowd, videotaping everyone. And my husband stopped me. He said, "Did you see that? You need to rewind that." I was like, "What?" It was a picture of Zach sitting on my husband's lap, and they were waving at the camera. And as I rewound it, I looked over, and Zachary's over there making faces at the camera. He was such a goofball. He always made people laugh. And it really meant a lot to me right after he had passed to go ahead and look at that. And just still making me smile.
Yeah.
Anyone that knew Zachary, he brought the best out in you. So if you were fortunate to know Zachary, then you know what I'm talking about. The best, you know, one of the ways we can continue to honor Zachary as we move forward is to be the best that we can be. Continue that and think about it. Also think about the best in others. Zachary did that as well. So just, it's a way to always keep him in the forefront of your mind. Be the best you can be and think of the best in others. That's all.
So true.
My name is Nick Nisfacho. I'm very proud to have known Zach, and I want to say thank you to Kevin and to Sue for sharing Zach with me for 6 years. As my former colleagues, Alyssa, Pam, and Jess would agree that we had some really fun times at Preble because of Zach and with Zach. One of my favorite memories was every Christmas, before Christmas, we would take our kids to the mall so they could Christmas shop. Actually, Zach took me to the mall. And then we would split the kids up into different groups, and we were supposed to go off of their lists and pick up things for mom and dad and their siblings. One year I went with Zach alone, and I think we were done in like an hour and a half, and he had 6 bags of stuff, and I did nothing but follow him around. He showed me what stores were cool and what stores to stay away from. And he was the epitome of perseverance, both with all his hardships and with shopping. He knew exactly where we were going. And I just want to say thank you again, and thank you to Zach, because I now have 3 daughters at home. And when we go to the mall, sometimes they're amazed at things I know that I shouldn't. So Zach did more for me than I'll ever be able to do for him. Thank you.
Hi everyone, most of you do know me or don't know me. I am Ashley McCain, and when I first met Zach and his family, it was so wonderful because Zach had special needs like me, and all of our wonderful peers out there, we loved you, and we were blessed to have wonderful people in our lives like you and Sue and other people. And I just wanted to let you know that I love all of you guys, and I love Zach. When I found out he passed away, I was just praying to God. Mom and I were upstairs praying the chapel for him. And he was a wonderful person. And it's amazing how he was special needs and I was special needs, and all the wonderful people accepted for who we were in the world. And I'm grateful for what he has done, and all the times that we were having so much fun going off to college and WTC and having a lot of fun. And he's still with us, and I just feel like he's with us every day, and God had a plan for him, and sometimes in life it happens where you need God, which you went, but there's a lot of reasons why he had to feel that way, because he was just a wonderful trooper, and I am so blessed to have him as my friend for many, many, many years of being a good friendship to him. So I just am so blessed to be here and proud of everyone's family, and I am grateful to be here. So thank you everyone for supporting them and me and all of us through this hard time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley.
She's adorable.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy Forrest, previously Sebula, and I've known Zach my whole life, and he really taught me how to treat everyone with kindness and happiness and joy in everything that you do. And when I was little, I remember the best thing ever was going over to Zach's house, because I got to feed him with a feeding tube, and I thought that was so cool. And then I always look forward to, my mom would be like, oh, Sue and Zach are coming over. I was like, all right, couple hours of good talk, gossip, things I didn't even know were happening. Also, thanks, buddy. And then I got the joy of having him being an usher in my wedding, and I'm so grateful that he got to do that. And it was great watching him. He would hide from Sue into the crowd and start dancing and try to stay out later than he was supposed to. It was a really good time. He danced almost all night. Thank you very much, Sue and Kevin, for those memories. And I'll never forget Zach, and I'll make sure my boys will never forget who Zach was.
Thank you.
I figure I'd say a few things because I got to know Zach pretty well. He started going on vacations with us, and that was a lot of fun. been on vacation with Zach several times. So one thing I can tell you that he can destroy a bathroom. Terrible. He will destroy your bathroom. I can never figure out why he would leave his grandparents' hotel room to come up to my hotel room. So use the bathroom. And so we loved him anyway. When I first came around Trish and the family, my biggest memory of Zachary was his shoes was always on the wrong foot. Or they were never tied. So I took on the role of tying his shoe whenever I seen him untied, or get him on the right foot. One day, everybody in the family was busy except me. So they sent me to pick up Zachary from work. Well, I go and pick them up from festival, and my regret is that I didn't take him out and go have some fun with him. I just took him right home. I should have took him maybe to the Oval Office or something. That's something I would have did, but that's just me. But Zach was a lot of fun, and I'm very, very proud to know that I got to know and love the kid. He was a great kid.
Hi, I'm Auntie Patty, great Auntie Patty. Zachary was always more of a nephew to me. I'm going to go back a little bit. When the kids were young, we did a few Great American trips in our days, and we always got a special pass at Great America because Zachary had a breathing issue, so we never had to wait in line for hours for a ride. Kind of took advantage of that because we wanted to go on roller coasters. And Zachary wasn't too fond of that whole idea, but we made him go anyways.
Yep. Ended up loving them. Yeah.
And we would get to go up the fast lane, and we went. I don't remember the name of the ride. We went on this roller coaster, and I got to sit next to Zachary as he was singing. Please, Auntie Patty, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. We're like, you're going to be okay, Zach. And as we're starting to take off, I hear his mother yell, grab his hearing aids and his glasses. And I'm hanging on to this poor kid, scared to death to go on this roller coaster. Because we all didn't want to wait. But Zach, being who he is, we get off the ride and he wants to go home. And some of those memories I remember him growing up are things like that his parents, his mother and his dad just pushed him a little bit. And yes, he was special needs, but they never treated him like that. Zachary didn't know he was special needs. He always just thought himself as just one of the gang. There's nothing special needs about Zachary. And the other thing I can remember, one of the other things is, I was in the car, I don't remember where we were going to, and we were talking about, I think Josh was getting his license or taking his ACTs. One of those two things. And I can hear Zachary say, I think it was ACTs. When am I going to take my ACT? Oh, yeah. And we kind of both looked at each other knowing that was happening. You gave him a great explanation of how we have to wait and see how that goes. But that right there was an indication to me that you did such a great job raising this boy into the man he was. And as far as how caring he was for everybody, I always say Zachary always thought of everybody but himself, and he did. I remember it was, I think, maybe in February of this year, when I was at the hospital with you. I walked in and I had an incident in January where I passed out. And the minute I walked in, Auntie Patty, how are you doing? As he was laying in that hospital. And his kindness and his caring for everybody do with this family. I said, take a look around. This woman here, here's everybody. And his mother. I said, okay, Lord, everybody in this family, he learned that all from you. And I think you should all know that we see that. And we're going to miss you, Zach. We're going to miss all the concerts, all the laughing, all the checking about how much money am I spending. How much was that at? Are you buying that for Angie? How much are you going to spend on that? He was always concerned about that. But we're going to miss you, buddy. We really are. We love you, Zach.
First of all, I would like to say that I was very honored, Sue and Kevin, that you asked me to be a pallbearer for Zach. That meant a great deal to me. He was an outstanding young man, as we all know. I have a few stories about Zach. One of them is kind of embarrassing. So, I don't know if you all know or not, but I was part of the family years ago, and there was always an outstanding joke over at Grandma Pat's. That whenever she had a holiday meal, there was always ham involved. Okay, so I wasn't exactly around there was a space in there where there was a lot of years there I wasn't, around very often.
Kevin, nothing changed.
Yeah. Well, but there was a little time period there, I kind of lost touch. And anyway, so about 4 or 5 years ago, I started going back to the family dinners. Well, a couple of years ago, I've been divorced twice. Nothing to be proud of, trust me. Anyway, my second wife came to Green Bay with my daughter, and it was over Christmas.
This was great.
Now, you talk about embarrassing, this is what Zach did to me. Remember how Zach used to go like this with his hands? Well, Zach goes up to Emily, or I don't remember who it was, and said, let's get Uncle Kevin to take a picture with both his ex-wives. So, guess what Uncle Kevin did? Took his picture with both ex-wives in front of the Christmas tree at Grandma Pat's.
And he giggled the whole
And
time.
I don't think I ever saw a kid smile so much in my life after pulling that one off. I don't know how many men would do a picture with both their ex-wives, but I did. Anyway, Zach was, I did spend a couple, was it 2 trips or 1 trip in Florida?
2 or 3.
3?
Yeah.
And I was with him, and we did a lot of water rides and stuff together. And we went on a ride one time, and he was Zach was very outgoing with his rides. But we got to the top of the ride. Which one was that?
A water one. You couldn't breathe, and Zach says, I got chronic lung disease, and I'm fine.
Yeah. So anyway, but there was one of them when we got to the top, and Zach would not go down.
Yeah.
He would not go down with me. I go, come on, Zach, we'll do it. He goes, Kevin, I can't do it. So he takes the steps back down, and he wouldn't go. But finally, this is one of my favorite stories of all. They come here a lot for meals, and Zach said to Auntie Sue, I believe it was, I'm sick of eating Uncle Kevin's food. So they were all supposed to come here, and I don't remember if it was Emily or whoever said to me, they're not going to come here because Zach is sick of eating your food.
Zach don't want to eat here.
So I got on the phone with Zach, and I said, I think I got on the phone with him, if I'm not mistaken. I said, Zach,
what do you want?
What would you like for dinner? He goes, well, I don't want to eat the stuff that's on the menu because I eat that all the time. So I made Zach a special pasta dish, and that was the only way I could coax him into coming here. And he did. But anyway, there's a lot of stories. Zach was a phenomenal young man, as we all know. He graced a lot of hearts, and he's truly missed every day, and he will be. So anyway, I just once again want to thank you guys for giving me the honor to be a pallbearer at his funeral, and thank you very much. And everybody, we got a little fireworks show coming up. Zach loved fireworks.
Balloon release, we're going to do balloons.
And then we got to do a balloon release
And then fireworks.
and then fireworks. So stick around. Thanks.